Welcome to another Review Room tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about step 2, which is your competition workflow. Now the first step in that is the designing of your competition. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and press next step, and it's going to take us to this particular page. So on the design competition page, you're going to essentially see the entire workflow option where you're going to be able to essentially design your review room and the structure of your review room. So on this page, you'll see that there's currently one round. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add another round or stage. We use the term round and stage interchangeably. Click on add a stage on the top right, and it's going to allow me to add another one. So when this page loads, I'm going to enter the name of the second round, and I'm going to call that review round. So it makes sense that you'd have a round 1 where applicants will basically submit their applications, and then a pending review round, which will essentially to do their reviewing. So I'm going to press save, and as soon as I do that, it's going to take me to back to my competition workflow. And on this particular page, then you're going to see the 2 rounds that we have. So let's also add in one more round, and I'm going to click on add a stage again. And as soon as I do that, it's going to take me back to the same page that I was on and allow me to specify this other one. So for this one, I'm actually going to call this winners. Or let's actually call it finalists. Right? And then scroll down and then press save. So now we have a finalist round. Now, we're also going to create one more round, and we're going to call it not accepted. Now the reason we're creating this other round is going to be because some people, everyone's going to start in round 1. They're going to submit all the information that they want to, and of course we're referring to applicants here. They're going to submit all their information, and then they're going to end up in the pending review round. And once they're in the pending review round, the judging is going to happen, and some of based on that judging, some of the people will end up in the finalists round, and then others will end up in the not accepted round, which we're going to create. So you use the term round and stage interchangeably. Sometimes you can think of rounds as buckets, where you put applications in just so you can classify them. And the not accepted round, or NA round that we're going to call it, is something along those lines. So when I press save, now you'll see that the additional round is going to be added to the competition designer. So now that we're here, one of the things that you'll notice is that if you wanted to restructure your competition, you could, in fact, drag and drop these rounds. So you can move that up to be the second one, or you can move it back down to be the last one, and so on and so forth. So as you need them, you can basically move around these rounds to put them in the positions that you require. Now let's go ahead and expand the first round. As I expand it, you'll notice that there are currently no tasks in this round. So what I can do is create a task, but we have to decide A, what type of task we're creating, and B, for whom we're creating these tasks. So if I click on this drop down, you're going to notice that all the different groups that we have, so we have local applicants and we have global applicants, I can add tasks for any of those 2 different groups. Similarly, for local judges and global judges, I can add specifically a ranking task for any of those 2 groups. So let's scroll up a bit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus solely on local applicants for the time being. So I'll just create a fill out a form task for local applicants. So I'll click on create task, and as soon as I do, it's going to take me to another screen, and on this particular screen I can enter the details of this task. Right now I'm just going to keep it to the basics. Let's call this tell us about yourself. Right? Scroll down and then press save task. As soon as I do this, I get taken back to my competition designer again, and here I'll be able to see the task that I've added. So here's the tell us about yourself task. Now what I can do is add in more tasks. And as I add more of the task, you'll see that this section will get populated more and more. So this is part 1 of the section on designing your competition. There will be more parts as well, but we want to keep every tutorial limited to 5 minutes. And so I'm going to move on to the next section, and we hope to see you in the next tutorial.